Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Corinne from Cali. Welcome to the home of positive energy and good vibes only. Listen, I am super excited to be here with you guys today. We are going to talk about a gem that I have discovered through lots of research that I find is going to be truly successful. I am extremely impressed with the founders of the company, the creators, just the content in itself. They've been hitting milestone after milestone, benchmark after benchmark, and just truly been extremely impressive. So, first of all, I just have to start by saying, I am not a financial advisor. I am not here to give you financial advice. I'm here simply to just share with you some research that I have done on this project and to show you why I think this thing has huge potential to at least 50 times, if not more, by the end of this cycle. So, with that being said, do your own research, guys. I am not here to tell you to buy a coin or a token. I am not here to influence you in any way. I am not sponsored or paid by this project at all. I am simply here to just share my knowledge with you. So, I have been involved with digital currency and studying this amazing ecosystem for a little less than a year. It may not sound like a long time, but trust me, my work days are probably a lot longer than most. I have been fascinated with this since the day I started for the first several months, about 16 to 18 hours a day. I was just digging in and went through over 3,000 projects of my own. And for starters, I do really just need to give it back to one of my digital educators. So I'm in an academy. I do also offer private mentorship as well. If any of you are interested, you could always reach out and inbox me on either Instagram, Twitter. I'm Corinne from Cali. Otherwise, you can search my name on Facebook. You can send me a message. But one of my digital currency educators, Curtis Cobain has influenced me in such a positive way, inspired me to start this channel, also teach me how to research my own projects, what to look for. And with that being said, I have been able to have some really good success and find some amazing projects that now I'm lucky enough that I get to be able to share with you all. So, I'm not going to go ahead and get into exactly how I research projects today. That will be for another day. But I do have checklists and things that I do look for when I am looking for projects. And this one is so good that I decided to make my first video based on content about a hidden gem about this beauty. And we are going to go ahead and get started. All right, and here is this beauty, EVDC, electric vehicle direct currency. So this is obviously for charging electric vehicles, right? The project came out. I am invested in this project, so my opinion might be a little biased, but I'm going to show you guys exactly why I decided to invest in this project and why I think this has such huge potential, huge potential. I'm thinking maybe at least a 50 times by the end of this cycle. But again, I am not a financial advisor. This is just based off of on all of my own research. So please do your own research as well before you make the decision whether or not you want to invest. Let's go ahead and dig into it. EVDC is electric vehicle charging made easy. So they have a proprietary app that they have. They created an algorithm which basically, I don't know how many of you right now have electric vehicles. I personally don't have one, but what I have heard is it can be extremely frustrating for people that do have an electric vehicle, whether you can't charge at a charging station because you don't have an account created. Some of them require you having your own plugs. They're not all universal within each other. They're just some you're not always able to find a station that is compatible with your vehicle. So they have created this algorithm which basically allows you to use their currency. It's the first currency. There's no other coin or token out there like this before, where you can actually use their currency to charge at any or not any. They're in the process of getting agreements and whatnot with several different manufacturers around the globe. This is not just, localized to one part of the United States. This is actually global, and we're going to go into that a little bit more. But to where by downloading their app, which is now in beta phase. It is in beta phase. This app is actually getting launched officially in September. That's why I wanted to get this video out, because I wanted you all to have an opportunity to get in early before this launch actually takes place, when you can get in at a fraction of a penny. So let's go ahead and go over the white paper, because we'll read a little bit more and I'll go into a little bit more in depth about what I was just talking about. So here we go. We've got first thing is they were approved and passed the Solidity, which is basically like an audit. So anything where you're having personal information, pass through, or you're going to be buying anything on your phone with a credit card or putting any type of information in, basically they have to go through several layers of security to make sure that their product is actually, trustworthy and runs smoothly and free of encryptions and all of these things. Solidity is ran off of the Ethereum blockchain. So it did pass with an A. That is available out there as well for you to look at. So here we go. All right. Have you ever been to a charging station? As an EV owner, most frustrating thing is not being able to charge your EV when you arrive at the charging station. Many reasons can cause this, mostly because there's no account on the network or no app or payment linked. So right now, the way that it works is, say I live in California. So say I have an electric vehicle. I'm here. I have a special account created at a charging station that I use. At that charging station, I have a wallet set up. I have my credit card information, all my personal information, everything in there, because that's the one that I use all the time, right? But then say I want to make a drive, and now 3 hours down the road, I need to charge my electric vehicle again. If I use a different charging station, a different manufacturer, I now have to create an entirely new wallet, a new account, put my personal information in there again, put all my credit card information in there again, and basically just keep repeating these steps over and over and over with every new manufactured electric vehicle charger, or not, yeah, EV charger that I come in contact with. So you can just imagine over time, you really don't want to be having a bunch of your personal information and importing, different credit cards and having all these different accounts for these different charging stations. So as I mentioned earlier, they have a proprietary algorithm that they actually came up with, so that when you download their app, which is in beta. Remember, it's coming out next month. And I'm going to do a follow-up interview on EVDC later on in the week. I have a surprise for you guys, and I'm going to go and, we're going to talk a little bit deeper into some of that stuff too. But basically what it does is, if you download their app, once it launches, you create basically like a guest account. So you create an account, and you can buy their currency with fiat. You can buy it with Apple Pay. You buy it on your phone. So you download their app, you create one profile, and basically with different agreements that they're making with manufacturers around the globe, you can use this to charge at a variety of different charging stations. All right. So while this is proprietary, nobody else can create another thing like this. Not to say that other manufacturers obviously are not going to continue coming out with charging stations, but you will not be able to there will not be a competitor out there that can create an app that can do the same thing. So they are definitely miles ahead. And as we all know, people are going greener. We're going to talk about that a little bit more below. So once your charging session is over, the app will pay the provider using your token balance, right? Okay. And then you actually get rewards on transaction post app launch. You get 1.2% rewards back. And then one thing that I love about this, you guys, is there is a burn rate. So for those of you that are unaware or not sure what it means to be deflationary, a deflationary token, which is what a burn mechanism is, means that every single time the token is used to charge an EV, it is burned. 5% of transaction volume per 168 hours is burned. So basically what that means is, when tokens are burned, they are taken out of the supply. So 5%, you guys, is a lot. So if you look at the total max supply on this, the total max supply that we have on EVDC is at 200 billion. That may sound like a lot, but a lot of tokens have already been burned. This thing is so new. The circulated supply isn't even factored in yet. They just got placed on CoinGecko. I was invested in them before they even hit CoinGecko. So they weren't even on the list of the 8,000 coins when I found them. And I got in early at the pre-sale, been following them ever since. Now they are on CoinGecko. They applied for for the market cap so that they will be ranked. They are on Binance, and they also run off of Uniswap, the Ethereum blockchain. You can see here, you can also visit their Telegram, Facebook, Discord here. And then you can see that they've already been having some substantial growth. So last 24 hours, they're up 3%. In the last 7 days, they're up 52%. And in the last 14 days, they're up 32%. Still so much room to grow. And with the burn mechanism, as we all know, when things get more scarce and there's less of something, but there's more of a desire for it, it causes price to go up, right? So deflationary. So EVDC mobile application, world's first EV charging application that supports its own crypto token. All right, we already went over that. One of the things we are proud of is the ability to let you charge at a station without a membership account. The algorithm we developed for this creates a guest account for you and then lets you use the particular charging station. This happens without the user needing to interfere. We're trying our best to make it as smooth as possible. Our application will also support depositing money, like I mentioned earlier, without using other exchanges. So basically, it's going to be universal. You're going to be able to use it at multiple stations, which just conveniences everything these days, right? And it's global. So while fetching the data about stations from every major network, they range from North America to Asia to Europe and throughout much of the globe. Now, one of the things that I recall the founder, one of the managers speaking of in one of his other interviews was how, in Europe and different parts of the world, electric vehicles are like the majority of the vehicles that they have there are electric. And those are the territories and the parts of the world that they heavily have these. So that's just amazing. Test flight for this app started in June. I downloaded the test app. I was a part of that. The test app is still in testing phases for investors and volunteers. You can sign up for the test flight on their website. Their website is actually in the works right now. It still has some work to be done, but it should be rolling out with a new one soon. And the mobile app official launch date is in September. So as I was saying, it's August 24th right now. We are early still, but when this thing launches and it is available on Apple, it is available on iOS. It is also available on the Google Play Store as of right now. Again, it is still in beta phase. It is still under testing, but just to say that it has actually landed on iOS and Android and on Google Play Store, this app will be launched next month. And once again, from what I have seen, with these with this team, if they say they're going to hit a milestone, they're going to hit it. So roadmap, smart contract published. This is what I talked about in the beginning with Solidity, how they went through their smart Solidity is a smart contract, basically making sure that everything, your information is going to be safe. All right, on April 30th, it was launched on Uniswap. Uniswap, that was like a huge thing because they had been wanting to get listed on different exchanges. So they finally got listed on Uniswap. Right now, they're actually waiting to hear back to be listed on 16 other exchanges. We don't know which ones they're going to land on. But with a project like this, I have no doubt that they will get on most of them. Applied for CoinMarketCap. Again, they are not ranked yet. It is still early. That one should be up any day, but they are now on CoinGecko. So that's why this one still says in progress. Applied for listing on Binance and 16 more exchanges, just as I talked about. They are on Binance and we are waiting for the other exchanges. Mobile app official launch. That is in progress. Private sale is completed, as I mentioned, began in April, went on for about 40 days, I think. So that ended in May. Test flight for iOS is out. Update for the test flight is out. They just came out with a new version. A new version. They migrated to Uniswap to V2. That is completed. That was completed on July 9th. And then now they're expanding their network to different EV companies, EV home charging stations, and more. This is more than just a utility token, you guys. They're actually also creating a way for you to be able to earn passive income. I am huge on passive income. I'm going to do a class on that in the future as well. But to where you can actually buy one of their home charging stations. And it's a way, say you own a nail shop, or you're a mechanic, or you're a realtor, or whatever it is, you have any type of an office or a business, you can actually buy one of their EV charging stations and be able to offer that to your customers to be able to use. And they set up their account. Again, it's universal. They charge it, and the money gets directly deposited or put into your account, because you're the consumer, basically. So here we go. Token metrics. On pre-sale tokens, they had 18 billion sold. Total supply is 100 billion. There are in-app purchases that, again, will be burned. So as the token is used, they are taken out of supply. So once CoinGecko gets updated and we know how many tokens are burned, that's going to take it out of the total supply. And that's definitely going to cause a drive in price. So that's amazing. All right, there is the 1.2% reward for holders. We already talked about that. Obviously, there is some taxes on the buys. Most crypto that you do buy, there is a tax of some kind. So they do have some small taxes, but at the end of the day, you're getting 1.2% just for holding it there anyways. So there we go. Future of charging stations. All right, so here are some statistics for you. So in the United States, there are over 48,000 charging points, 16,000 in Germany, 14,000 in Netherlands, 9,000 in the United Kingdom, and 5,000 in Canada. According to TechCrunch, there's going to be a high influx in charging stations for EVs coming in the coming years. The number alone for Shell is going to grow to 500,000 by 2025. So just in 4 more years, guys, less than 4 years, we're already almost to the end of 2021. Shell alone is going to grow to nearly 500,000. So you can just imagine what type of growth we're going to be having in this space. Again, you can follow them: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. Another thing that's super convenient too that I forgot to mention is if you have an Apple Watch, same thing like an Apple phone, you actually just need to hold your Apple Watch up. You need to click the side 2 times, and it treats it as if it was an Apple transaction at the store. Same with your store. So it's Apple Watch compatible, extremely Apple friendly. And so that alone, it's just convenience these days, you guys. All right, so real quick, we're just going to kind of go over the chart here a little bit. You can see we just had a huge push up in price. That was related to them announcing that they were going to be basically coming out with the official app in September. The chart has been extremely healthy. Obviously, in a project like this, when they do have a pre-sale, you can expect to see some sell-offs along the way from people that got in early and want to dump. But you can see over time, even despite the sell-offs that we had, there's been some big pushes up. This one happened in August, but even if you go back, I mean, you can see just, announcement after announcement after announcement, and definitely a lot more people buying into the project than people are, cashing out and taking a little bit of profit off the table. So this is where we are right here. Like I said, we just had this big push up. All right, so that is the daily chart. So back to CoinGecko, this is where I like to start when I research projects, and it has a total supply. It has the burn mechanism, so it is deflationary. It is a utility token. It has a use case. It's ran off Binance and it's ran off the Ethereum blockchain. You don't have to go to an actual purchase it at an exchange anywhere. You can deposit, whether, like I said, it was your credit card or whatever off of your phone, it directly converts it into their currency. It's not like you have to go to an exchange, purchase it, then put it on your phone and go through all these crazy steps. You don't have to do that at all. You can purchase the home vehicle charging stations for your business or at home as another way to earn passive income. The CEOs and whatnot of the company, the creators of this company, they do AMAs frequently, which is basically where you join a Discord and you're able to have weekly, monthly conversations with these guys, ask questions. If you need clarification on anything, like I said, they are extremely transparent, just extraordinary team. They have hit every single milestone. There is no reason for me to believe that this project is not going to do something amazing. They've, like I said, it's just there's one of a kind. They don't really have a competitor at all right now. It only makes sense for people to want to use this because they are fixing a real life problem. It is very frustrating from what I've heard, going to different charging stations, having to put in your information and create multiple different accounts. This way, you do not have to do that now. You can buy their token on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. So if you want to do that, you can either go to Uniswap directly. If you have a MetaMask, you can connect your wallet and you can buy the token from there. Once again, it'll officially be launched in September. If you want to download their testing phase app, you can go to their Telegram group. And then you can also just put an EVDC in your phone, look for it on Google Play Store. It is in beta, it is in testing phases, but it will be working soon. So once again, you guys, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think I've given you enough information for you to see that, wow, this thing is global. So it's decentralized, it's deflationary, there's no competitors, their algorithm is proprietary. AMA is contact with the CEOs and the CEOs of the company, and it's a fraction of a penny. Okay, a fraction of a penny. So again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, you guys. I'm going to do a follow up of this video coming soon. I have a special surprise for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and piggyback off this one. But for today, I think that is enough. All right, the bottom is way too crowded. Let's go to the top. Again, I do offer private mentorship. If you are interested in joining my team, feel free to message me on Instagram or Twitter at Corinne from Cali. Otherwise, you can find my personal Facebook page. If you like this content, please subscribe, share the videos, click the bell, get notified. I'm going to be posting a lot of different content on this page. Some of them will be about hidden gems. Some of them will be trading and investing. I have some mining equipment that's going to be coming in down the road. I'm involved in NFTs. I'm just kind of all over the place in this crypto space. So I can assure you that you'll find some kind of information here interesting. And if you do invest in this project, you guys, I just have one favor that I could please ask. Please remember me. And when this thing booms, make sure you tell all your friends about it so that we can all come here and win together. Because at the end of the day, I'm all about helping people and I want all of us to succeed. So with that being said, you guys, I will see you guys later and have a good night.